Red alert! This is Dr. Laz in the middle with an urgent message for all of you who weren't happy with the choices in the last presidential election and don't want the same choices for this election. There's something we can do that will have a lot of power that's very easy to do, but we need to do it now, and that's vote in the primary elections. The media and the powers that be will have you believe that the leads currently are insurmountable, but they are not. One reason for the toxic polarization that we experience in this country is that the people who vote in the primaries are usually the most radical and the most extreme in the primary. That's why we end up with these candidates that are also extreme and don't represent those of us who are in the middle. You'll notice that when they describe the leads, they describe them in percentages and points and make it seem insurmountable. For example, in Iowa, only 15% of the Republicans showed up to vote. That's down 40% from the first time the big guy ran 8 years ago. So the leader in Iowa actually only got about 7% of the state's Republicans to vote for him. And obviously, those that came to vote are the most devout fans of the candidates they are voting for, because it's the primary and not many people go out and vote. His current challenger in that election got 3% of the Republicans in that state to vote for her. So actually, if you just think about it, if only 5% of the Republicans in Iowa came out and voted, that could have swung the election in a completely different direction. The actual numbers of votes compared to the total number of Republicans and total number of voters is very small. So really, we just need to get out there and vote and make our voice be heard. Typically, the moderates like to stay home for the primaries, and then we get stuck with horrible candidates to vote for. So don't do that. Get out there and vote. Let's make our voice be heard. Let's make a splash. So pass this message along to anyone you know who has a problem with the toxic polarization of our country that is going on right now, and who wants to bring balance back to government. This has been Dr. Laz in the middle.